My name is Devin Tactical. I'm a USCCA certified instructor, and I also shoot competition. I have my own personal belt set up based around the CQB belt by MAXTACS, and I'm going to give you a few tips on how to load it up. This is a two-belt system. You have your inner belt right here, which is a soft hook and loop. It's 1.5 inches, and it goes into your belt loops on your pants. You want to tighten that down. Make sure you tuck your shirt in first, of course. Then afterwards, you go ahead and slap this guy on, the outer belt, which is 2 inches width. Start from the back, just like so. Come in, buckle that in nice and tight. All right? Now, a few considerations. When you're buying your belt, if you haven't already, make sure you get the right size, whether it's the CQB belt or another belt. These belts don't have as much of wiggle room and sizability as like your casual belt. And that's just the way they're designed. Also, take in consideration with the stuff you're putting on there, it might take up some of the room, so you might want to go a size over. Consider that when buying your range belt. So let's talk about setting up the belt. First thing to keep in mind is how can you attach to your range belt? The CQB belt by MAXTACS specifically has laser cut MOLLE straps all the way around it. So it'll accept any of your MOLLE products that you kind of web through. Alternatively, if you don't want to go through the actual secure, proper webbing of MOLLE, you could just throw it on just like that. You can just slap it over, call it a day. Not a big deal. No one's going to know really. And if it's not something that needs to be super secure onto the belt, this is fine. Also consider that when you put this onto the hook and loop internal belt and attach it, it's actually going to kind of secure it down a little bit more because it's hook and looping around the MOLLE webbing that you put over it. So it's going to hold it in place. It shouldn't wiggle if you are attaching this properly. With that out of the way, let's talk about what you want to put on your gear and how you put it on. Obviously, first and foremost, the most important thing that's going to be on your range belt, it's going to be a holster. MAXTACS applies a few different universal holsters for a very quick and simple option. But if you want to go, the custom route through one of the many Kidex options out there, this is my belt. I have a Kidex holster. The one thing you want to really kind of think about is just the way you can attach it. Oftentimes when you get your holster, they might offer some sort of holster attachment system. This is mine right here, and I just slip it over the belt. Most of them have that option. Just make sure you can. Keep in mind that this is a 2-inch width belt, so it needs to be able to fit 2 inches of belt space. So once you got your holster on, we got to think about the other items. First of all, when it comes to placement, right-handed, obviously you want on the right side. For this guy, if you are right-handed, you want to be a few inches to the side. Just think about where your draw is, where you want to grab from, and then start there with your holster. Everything else you put on your belt is going to revolve around that specifically. When you have your mag loaders or your mag carriers, we have these guys by MAXTACS. We have a few pistol ones that attach via MOLLE, and then we have some rifle carriers. We have the Sicario mag carrier. We also have their M4, M16 rifle mag carrier, both attached via MOLLE. Sicario actually attaches via hook and loop as well if you have a plate carrier, if you want to put it on. Specifically in regards to this, we're going to use those MOLLE straps, and we want to put them, of course, where we're going to plan on grabbing from. Usually, a standard setup for a range belt, we're going to have our pistol mags up front and a rifle mag right behind. This is a general all-around good setup. But of course, if you primarily want to use it for rifle, just do rifle. Use one of the double rifle carrier mags by MAXTACS. They have this as a soft one, and they also have pistol ones right up front. Suited for you. Just make sure the placement's right for where you're going to do a reload, and that makes sense for you and how you use your setup and your rifle and your weapon system. One thing I do want to point out, these are Kidex holsters for my mags. Totally works with the CQB belt because they also have their own attachment system. Just make sure if you want to use something different from a different brand onto a MAXTACS CQB belt, keep in mind, again, that 2-inch width is going to be an important thing to note. Most cases, all of these third-party systems should work with the CQB belt. Running through, there's a few other accessories you want to consider that you might want to add on. Very commonly, it's going to be an IFACT. You want to have some sort of medic system. This is the Ripaway IFACT by MAXTACS. I love it. Rips open, flings things away, but it's not secured properly. That's my fault, not the bag's fault. This is a great option. Also, dump pouch is super useful. You're dropping mags, you're using mags left and right. A great place to go ahead and just throw them when you don't want to lose them. Pick them up, go back to your staging area. MAXTACS is a really nice compact dump pouch. Secures compactly like that when you're not using it. When you are using it, bam, look at that. So many things you can put in there. Lastly, something else might be useful. Phone pouch. These things are great. I love these things. I don't have one of mine yet because I haven't got around to it, and I need to steal one from the showroom, so this one might go missing. That's pretty much it when it comes to setting up the loadout on your range belt. There's a lot of different things that you add according to your mission and your use case. My setup is just like this, very simple setup. I'm not LEO, I'm not security. This is for range stuff, a little bit of competition stuff, and it works out great for me. I do often have a utility pouch as well that carries a multi-tool, and then sometimes my phone. That's not currently on there, but I typically have that. I have space on the side here for more additional things I want to add on, and it just works out great. I throw this in my heavy-duty Supreme bag with my one rifle, and it is a good all-around system that I've been using for a couple years now, actually. So hopefully this has been helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, be sure to comment down below, message on social media, or just email MAXTACS directly through their website. They'll be happy to help you with any questions you have. And of course, if you like this video, show it with hitting that like button and subscribing. There's a lot more to come. Thanks for watching, guys.